My short reflection here is just titled, Be Courageous, for they will persecute you for my sake. Be courageous, for they will persecute you for my sake. In the world of marketing, my background is in communications, so give me some permission to go this direction. One of the biggest things that you sell to potential customers or consumers or buyers is how life is going to be easier for them after they buy your product. So you persuade the buyers that the product you are proposing to them is the best thing that has ever happened in their lives. So every time that you see an advert, so the message that is always coming out or coming through simply says, if you buy this lawnmower, you will never have to work again. So if you call this law firm, your case is almost won. And if you buy this car, you will barely have to pay for gas or maintenance. There are things like that are just coming through in the background. Essentially, the marketers sell to their would-be customers. They sell them convenience, they sell them comfort, ease, and enjoyment, and simply winning. That's all that they are pushing and bringing out to persuade their customers. Today, in the gospel, however, we hear Jesus market his mission and the call to discipleship quite differently. He is brutally honest with his would-be followers by letting them know ahead of time that following him was not going to be easy. His mission and the call were not a call to a life of ease or comfort or enjoyment or personal advancement. His was going to be a life of hardship and persecution, and at some points, even death. He told his would-be followers that beware of people, for they will hate you, they will rise up against you, hand you over to courts, they will scourge you, they will persecute you, and in some cases even kill you for my sake. So going by our contemporary marketing standards, this is one of the worst marketing plans that you can ever come up with for winning followers or getting your numbers really up. However, if you come to think of it, there was also some wisdom behind the Lord's honesty. History has consistently taught us that deep down in the human heart, deep down somewhere in our hearts, people have a desire to live a heroic life. They have this desire to live a heroic life. They desire to live a heroic life amidst challenging circumstances is one of those impulses that has been appealed to throughout history by kings and prime ministers and presidents and religious leaders and even leaders of social movements at very critical times of human history. So if you go back like to the Second World War and maybe there was something that was happening, listen to the speeches of the generals or the prime ministers and what they were telling their people at that particular time. This is what it was always an invitation for you to live up to something higher. There is something else that you're being invited to. And history is full of people who put aside personal comfort and ease and convenience and even personal safety and lived for something higher than themselves, for which they even paid a high price. That is the example that we see in the lives of the apostles. It's the life that we see in the lives of the example that we see with the saints and the leaders of social movements who aspired to improve human conditions. They put their beliefs, their nation, their families, or even their God ahead of personal convenience. The invitation to a heroic life is what the Lord is inviting us to today in the gospel. He's inviting us to consider living for a life that is about something higher than just personal convenience. To live with courage and give courageous witness to his mission and to whatever vocation that he has called each one of us to embrace. So today, one question that we can be able to ask ourselves is, in what small ways can I be able to live with a little bit more bravery or courage as a sign of my witness to my faith? And it does not have to be dramatic in any way. It can be as small as wearing your rosary or identifying as a practicing Catholic. It can be as small as putting a holy card of a saint on your desk in this secular place that you work at. It can be as small as having the courage to invite a neighbor or a co-worker to join you for Sunday worship. It takes courage to do those kinds of small things too. Courageous witness comes in different versions, and we're being invited to reflect on what the Lord is asking each one of us. He's asking us, give witness to me, and can you be able to do it? And in what ways can you be able to do this? So as we continue on with our Mass, may the Lord increase our love for him. That is always the first spark that we need to have in our lives. And may he renew our faith and make it strong. That is equally very important for us if we're going in this route. And may he make us brave so that we can be able to live his mission and our vocations in ways that give witness to him. Amen.
Amen.